Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. I'm your host, Brian, or to Game Prince, whatever you prefer. And today, I am in bed. It is about, I'm going to say it's about 3:20 ish a.m. And I'm not really wigged out. I'm a little wigged out because, yep, it's there. I'm not sure if you could hear it, but there's a fucking owl outside. It's making the same noise. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. And basically, I don't think we've ever had owls here. Ever. And basically, the only reason it was wigging me out was because you guys ever see that old movie? It's called, was it The Fifth Kind? And it's basically about aliens. And basically, in the movie, at around like 3 or 4 a.m. or 2 a.m., fucking aliens would appear to people, and they would appear in like their windows, only they would look like owls, so that when psychotherapy was used on the people, because they didn't remember getting like abducted and shit, all they remember is dreaming and seeing like an owl in their window. And the owl, these dudes put together that like if essentially if you compare an owl to like the stereotypical look of an alien's face, the owls look like aliens, like as a disguise. Yeah, this fucker's still going. It's like every 10 seconds it goes like, ooh, 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 ooh. But it makes like the same ooh, 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 ooh. Like in the same pattern or whatever. But essentially, the owl outside just got me fucking thinking about that and how much of a really fucking creepy movie that was. Because in the movie, the aliens are supposed to be like, I mean, I guess they're supposed to be big, but they're like, it's weird because they're like multi-dimensional. Like they're beings made of like energy and shit, and they can like possess people, and like they can change the human anatomy, kind of change the human anatomy. Like they can like possess people, but then they can like bend their bodies in like fucking ways that their bodies aren't supposed to bend. It was a really fucked up movie. If you ever look it up, it's called The Fifth Kind, and the reason it's called The Fifth Kind was because there was supposed to be different kinds of things that happen during like abductions. There's like you experience different kind of things. There's the first kind, then the second kind, then the third kind, then the fourth kind, and then this movie was the fifth kind. Or was it the fourth kind? I can't even remember. But it was such a long time ago. But the thing that bugged me about the film was it starred, okay, he the main selling point of the fourth kind or the fifth kind or whatever the hell it was called was that the the whole movie was framed as if the mysterious events surrounding it actually happened, and it was basically about this woman in Alaska, I believe. And in Alaska, all these people, a bunch of people went missing, and then all these people keep on having dreams about being like abducted and shit. And it basically follows like this. I guess she's like a parapsychologist or a hypnotist psychologist or whatever, hypnopsychologist. And she basically makes people remember. She puts them under hypnosis to try to get them to remember what they experienced those nights. And all of them pretty much um, all say the exact same thing, that they were like abducted by these like weird ancient beings, and they were taken and they were like experimented on and shit. And basically the same thing happened to the main character, and she's throughout the movie it skips, and eventually she's labeled as like a friggin' nut. And what pissed me off was that the whole movie was framed as if it actually happened. Turns out none of it happened. It was just Like half of the movie was like an interview with the lady it apparently happened to, and then it was intercut with scenes that were supposed to be reenactments of apparently true events. But if you look it up, the whole thing was cockamamie. But it was a scary fucking concept because these people would be sitting in a room and they'd put the person under like hypnosis, like trance or whatever, and they'd be like, like, what happened that night? And the person's just laying down there like, I see an owl near my window. It's coming in. And then the people just start like fucking screaming and shit, and their bodies start like floating, and the cameras that's like recording the session starts glitching out, and the people start fucking like bending into weird shapes and shit. This movie was fucking terrifying. I remember first time I ever saw it, I was living in Florida at the time. My whole family sat down to watch it. I was fucking cowering behind the couch. This movie was absolutely horrific. And basically, um, the whole point of the film is that the woman who experienced all this, um, she's basically like she lost her daughter to these alien entities. Like the aliens took her daughter away. Um, they kidnapped her, and she confronted them, and she was able to like speak their language because apparently they spoke like an ancient Sumerian language, and it was cool because it was like really bordering on like the like, are they demons, are they aliens? It's cool because they essentially combined the concept of aliens with demons and made them like one and the same. So like their magic, or not even their magic, just their paranormal presence is supposed to be like scientifically explainable. And it was just really cool. But what was I saying? No, there was a thud outside. It just wigged me out for a second. Yeah, bro, that owl isn't letting up. But it's either an owl or somebody pretending to be an owl. Hmm. I originally thought it was my computer, and then I'm like, nope, nothing's playing on my computer. But yeah, The Fourth Kind. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the film, The Fourth Kind. Um, that lady who played Clarice in Hannibal, um, stars in the movie. I'm pretty sure she does. No, 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 not her, not her, not her. Okay, do you remember the chick who was in the Resident Evil movies? Who plays the main character in the Resident Evil movies? That woman. I forget her name. She's the main character in the movie in like the flashbacks. I'm sorry, in the reenactments. Um, really, just a really eerie fucking film. Um, oh yeah, getting back to where I got sidetracked from was that in the film she finally confronts the entities or whatever. And she's like, "Give me back my daughter," and all that jazz. And the thing's basically like, "No, child, come with us. Child, we need, so and so." And then she's like, "Who the hell are you?" And then the last thing that the entities say are like, "We are God," or something like that. And it's funny because that's kind of like the "I am God," like that, the ending of a creepypasta type trope stereotype that's always going around. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I was gonna say, can you believe literally all of this started springing out from my head, all because I heard a fucking owl outside at 3 a.m. Weird how memories work like that. But thank you for joining me for this little nightcap, and see you guys el mañana. Got a long stream planned for tomorrow involving Magic the Gathering, so if you're interested, check that out. Adios.